Hey, welcome back. Dread here with a new video for you today. I'm doing monorail trials. Well, of course, I've done my own videos on monorails, which you can check out in the top right there if you've not seen them before. One of them you'll notice is very similar to one here, and the other one, super speedy one, is kind of my own unique design. I'm going to model it a little more after some of the designs here because as you'll see, some of these designs are just sick. They really are. They look good. They're pretty functional. Although I have to say, I don't think any of them are quite as functional as my Speedy Monorail, which I think if I tidy it up a little bit, use some ideas from some of these monorails, I can perfect it. So, let's go. Where to first? Well, we'll save that for last. Near last. We'll start from the left. Let's try the first one here. The first one, the first monorail that we will ride in today is Monorail No Mods by Evanich06. Nice. By the way, most of these, if not all of these monorails are no mods. As you know, I normally play in survival, which means no mods. So anything you build has to kind of be vanilla. So that's excellent. Here we go. First we'll stroll in. This thing is huge. It's 2 full cabins. And you could cram way more seats in here, but yeah, being stylish and all, this looks really nice. Open air windows. I love the curved pieces. That is a very brilliant use of those round concave parts for the windows. I really love that. That's brilliant. The doors are pretty nice. They work pretty well, I think. Well, I think they close. Let's get in the driver's seat. Do you doors close here? That was some lights. That's some lights. That's nothing to do with doors. That's interior lights. Wonder what's up top there, eh? Ooh, that appears to be reverse. 2 is reverse button. That's nice. Aha. I'm not sure how these doors actually shut, or what that extra bearing is for right there. But alright. I do know it drives. So here we go. It's thruster based. Whoosh. And as you can see, it rides on a 4x1, but it has no suspension bits. Well, that was kind of a perfect timing to show the undercarriage of this monorail. And although it has turning capability, which I built into the track to try to show if it could get up the hill, it can't get up the hill because it doesn't have mobility that way. So otherwise, this monorail is pretty neat, actually. I wasn't expecting it to flip, but then again, I don't think this monorail was expecting to be jackknifed at like a 45-degree angle. So I saw a monorail. I saw it is. This is a hanging monorail. This might be the noisemaker. Nope. I got it backwards. Believe me, it's enough of a pain to get this one mounted. So I just kind of left it backwards because it's got forward and reverse. Very simple controls. I like the glass blocks for the basically everything here, because that keeps it light. Glass is pretty light compared to some of the other bricks. It does run on, I hopped that up to a 5-inch. I think it's had a little piddly 1 engine in here. This is an older build, so I souped up the engine. So we're going to, back and forth is the same, so we're going to go back. You can see it hangs. Good gracious. It does hang. Let's see, can we get it up this? We can. Although it's not tied down to the track. I almost hopped off there, but it has no capability to turn. I say that as I force it into a turn, but nothing that's going to be, something you'd want to be wheeling around in your world, right? Depending on. How can you fix that? Well, some suspension bits on the wheels so that they allow a little bit of compression uh, on the horizontal plane. That would be the way to do it. You'll see that in my monorail and one or two of the other ones that we'll show here. But otherwise, I do like this build. I like the looks of it. Looks like an old school, like Switzerland type deal or something. Um, that's just too big. It just, you know what I mean? Look at that. It kind of goes down, but it's because it's on a straight. Can't do turns. Um, Otherwise, though, it's built really sturdy. I mean, it does what it's built to do. It goes back and forth really decent. Okay, let's see if we can't maybe hop this one too. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, damn it.
But I managed to stick the landing. Oh, no. Maybe I didn't stick it so good that time. Are we going to slide into place? Or are we going to slide into destruction? Pretty sure destruction. First off, needs a proper way to get out of the damn seat. Look here. Don't make me beat you into place. Nope, that didn't do it. Didn't do it. That didn't do it. Okay, so at this point, this is when the Switzerland Mounted Police Patrol Ski Guard, whatever they have in Switzerland. Sorry, Switzerland, these people. This is when they would run in and be like, we'll rescue you from the gondola. And they would. Even though he's stranded, and we're going to just see how long it takes for him to slip off or what happens. That one was made by Monorail by Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray, your monorail is pretty cool. However, it could use some suspension bits in the top. And maybe not such a one big component or some way to trap it down to the track. I do like. Reminds me very much of old school gondola. Alright, and now back to the third one. This one is very much like if you do go look at my monorail's first upright one that I built. And this is where I got some of my inspiration for its bits. Kind of made it more mine, changed some weight, changed where things were, and made it more my design. But this is where I got the original design. And to be quite honest, might have to come back into mine and redo the door, because this is the proper way to get into this one since it's so high up. It's for a reason. So this one is built by Bart Bastard, which I gotta say, if I'm not mistaken, that was a different name at some point. I don't know if you can change your name on a creation in the Steam Workshop, or if you change your name on Steam and then it changes your name in the Steam Workshop. I could have sworn this was a different named person originally that I looked at this monorail. I think I even said their name originally in my very first video, which may even have a link to them. So if that's a different name, then I'm confused. Let's take a look. Get in there. And look, it's all kind of like automated. This one's pretty much just slap your butt in and press the button. At this point, you can go read a book. You can go stream Netflix and chill. You can go outside and take your pet for a walk. You could go make dinner or lunch or second lunch. As you see here, this thing is really reliable. I mean, that's really odd. I don't get that. Mine doesn't do that. And yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong here. I think there's just not enough pivot. I think that's the problem. There's just not enough pivot. My goodness. I ran into none of that with mine. I must have somehow avoided that. I don't know how I did it, but okay. But otherwise, this is rather cool. Other than it's doing some wheelies to make all monorails envious of, it's rather cool. You know, it's got a lot of space carrying. It's electric, so that's why it's kind of cruising a bit slow. You could speed things up a little bit, but then it gets a bit dangerous, and especially in the curves. I discovered in mine also, if you got it too fast in the curves, it can wobble. And his suspension is not set very firm. It would definitely wobble. This is a nice one. It was my first inspiration for monorail. It led me to good places. All right, on to the next one. This is a really sweet, tight, clean, looks good. Not sure what those sensors do. Monorail. Maybe it's something that has some built-in stop and go action. The doors get a little freaky at times. Right now they're playing right. This one is made by Raw5U. So if I were to try to just say that, Kurasu, Karusio. I like eating at Carusio's. Chop in. Right off the bat, love the door action. They shut really well. It's got a front and back. There's no seats. No need for it. It's just a switch. Go that way. Nope. Now go that way. Nope. Now go that way. So you can stand at either end and you can handle your business. Something to do with the buttons on the outside, maybe. Oh, no. Well, let's go down. That monorail is still hanging there. Okay, here we go. There we go. Forward. This is running on a 2x2, so basically a square. It's running on an electric engine, although it's turned up a bit. Okay. So it can go up, and we get it through a turn. No. So while this one can go up and down pretty decently, it's not built for turning. There's no capability for it. Again, this one would need some kind of suspension bits or a lot of back and forth bearing bits to give it a little more flex to be able to, really the suspension's the answer, I promise, to get around there. So, no go-y around cornies, which is pretty sad because I really like it. It's a clean design. Tell you what it can do. It can go up and down, and it can go forward, and it's electric, and it's running at the hummy full speed, it sounds like. The fact that you're able to just kind of walk around in it while it's going down adds a new kind of flex to its motion. I can feel and see that it doesn't quite like getting off and on of the ramp, but like I said, there's no flex in this suspension of this monorail, because there is no suspension in the monorail's suspension. It does look good. It is clean and functional. Lots for me to learn here, because honestly, mine's about as wide as this. Yeah, I might borrow some things from this one. All right, on to the next one. Again, Monorail by Soggy Sponge. Soggy Sponge. See what your Let's see what your monorail here is about. We can go and open them all. Great door action. I like how each one's kind of individual. It's like each one is its own cabin. That's kind of cool. Let's see how this thing actually goes, right? I don't see it having any flex. Runs on a 3x1. Pretty fast. It's towing, actually. Get this. Can we get up it? Oh, jeez. Can't even fake getting up it. I do like how it's towing 4 carts. That is pretty tight. I mean, if you had that many people in your Scrap Mechanic survival game, your game probably crash anyhow right now. But it does look tight. This looks really clean. Similar to this one, but a little, more dwarf size, I guess, because, looking down the chamber here, I bet you this is a pain to get out of. Yeah, push me right through the roof. It's always a problem with sizing it proper for dwarf sizes. When you get out of the vehicles, it just launches you. This, however, is clean. It can't go up, and if it can't go up and down, I just don't see how this one could even turn. All right, on to the next one. This is a really different kind of design. Very cool, very cool. Sideways mounted on a dual track, which took me a moment to get figured out when I was trying to lay a track out for it. I was like, what? What is this? Does it go? I thought it went down the center here somehow, and the wheels would push out of the way slightly. I was like, does it flex? Like, no, it's actually not a bad idea, because there's no way this thing's gonna hop out of its course. There's just anything's possible. Well, I'm just gonna shut up now. Anything is possible, but it just doesn't seem like this thing could hop out. I love the door action. Check this out. Nice side door. Love how they use the glass bits. Huge glass windows for actual windows and doors and screens. I mean, Again, proper kind of dwarf size, kind of tiny. In fact, I already punched a hole in it so I could get into it from the roof. Check this out. Once you're in, you can just open the roof, and then check this out. Yeah, it's got a horn. It's actually, that's not a horn. That's a robot head in here somewhere, tuned. I like that. Now check this out. This is the last cool bit. That is a nice use of bearings in action. I like that. Just kind of opens up the whole thing. Really slick. I like. Alright, now for what can it do? And it goes pretty fast. I mean, check it out. Can it go up? Yes, it can go up. Whoa. Well, it can go up. It can even recover. Can it turn? Let me tell you, if this thing had suspension to turn, which would make this bottom, the track bit of it a bit thicker, more like that one over there actually, then it would work. You just need something to be able to absorb and let the wheels contract to allow expansion and contraction so they can make a turn. Simple enough. Otherwise, I don't even know if the creator knew it could go up and down, but I figured out how to make it go up and down. Well, as I say that, I get stuck, but yes, it kind of goes down. It goes up good, but down's, it's just a little long on the axes there. And things are a little unbalanced in the wheel housing. But otherwise, this is really cool. I love the color, love the size, love the design. I don't know what I've just done to get it stuck. I probably beached it. Yeah, I think oh, I hit the I hit it so hard I glitched it through the pole there. Yeah, that'll happen sometime. Whee! I saw a roller coaster sideways. Boy, I really broke that one when I broke that piece. Oof, broke that track. All right, on to the next one. Tearing up my monorail world piece by piece. This is a cool design that somebody built for, I want to say this was for like Khan or Moonbow's World. It said in the description of it online, which unfortunately I wish it would read here. Anyway, Monorail Land Car by Chris. Land car. So I guess, I don't know what he means by land car, but there's a few things about this that are pretty neat and were a pain in the butt all at the same time. So getting this thing mounted on the track is cool. It's actually got the capability for the arms to open out, kind of like a V-wedge, and then it folds itself over the track. The problem is you have to have this thing sitting in almost the right place for it to fold over. Then you got to hop out and break off whatever you had in that area that was holding it up to get it there in the first place. I think this was built for a very much mechanized, roboticized factory fortress setting. Because with a few bits like a raising and lowering platform, all of this, what it does makes sense actually. So it's thruster, it moves. We're going to really haul butt here in a minute, but check this out. No, not the cool lights. Lights are cool. This is pretty swift. I gotta say, for a one-person monorail, this is pretty nice. The problem is, I don't think, in fact, I know it couldn't turn. This thing has no capability to turn. It's its arms up there are just too tight, too far apart. But what it does do really good is go fast in a straight line. Oh yeah. And then, once you're off of the track, it's apparently a land car, I think. Oh yes, look. Once you let go of the arms, it then becomes a land car. Look at that. Wow, tops on this. Really cool, actually. Like in a base or a city, if you had like monorails, tracks just laying around, you were driving this around, you're like, you know what, I'm just going to get on this track and go over this super exotic location. Drive up on it, clamp yourself down, cloop, and go for a monorail cruise. Very epic. I love this. Totally love this. I'm going to have to use something like this design, I think, for... I wanted to build a monorail at the starting location in survival, so when new people come to my survival game to check it out, you know how it is currently. Everyone starts out at the beginning space station like you just crashed, so you might be all the way across the world at Scrap City. Anyone joining your game is going to start out at the spaceship. So my thought was to at least get them, a person coming to my game, close to civilization, as I call it, the rest of my builds. I'm going to build a one-person monorail with like a few disposable cars. Now this is not disposable. This is... Jesus, look at that. There's even moving bits in there. This is just really well thought out. Gosh, this is just how it feels slip sliding around on the ground. Like, straight up, like, feel like I'm at the fairgrounds in a bumper car. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Alright. High regards to this one. Pet gas usage, though. Alright, everybody, that was my monorail trials video. So it gave me some ideas. Hope it gave you some ideas. I saw a monorail and track. I didn't mean to break you. But sometimes that's how the bricks crumble. This one is still one of my more favorites of the day. Love everything being on the side, although I don't see the purpose of this door and how the heck it's not even a... Okay, now it makes sense. So that's how you can check out the engines, like an engine compartment. Alright, that just added to the coolness just a bit. Just a bit more. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time.